In this video, I'm going to give you the best fall clone fragrances that I have in my entire collection. This was requested by you guys, so thank you for the idea. So first of all, I want to start with one that is recent to my collection. This is Milano Prive by Pandora Scents, and this is a clone of Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Prive. This fragrance, 1 Million Prive, is one of my favorite fall winter fragrances of all time and one of my favorite designer fragrances in my entire collection. So I was so happy to find an actual clone of that actually gets pretty close. This is orange, tobacco, myrrh, a little bit of cinnamon, and a very, very warm spice coming through. This smells like a Thanksgiving day. This is probably one of the best in this video in terms of actual quality. I'm so upset that they discontinued 1 Million Prive because that's one of my favorite fragrances ever. And you know what? I gotta say, honestly, I'm not so much sad anymore that I found a replacement that's readily available. I'm sure there's some other clones of this on the market, but at this point, I'm totally happy with just this one. This is good enough for me. What is a good fall fragrance? A fall fragrance to me is a fragrance that brings you from warm weather into cold weather. So you wanna get that brightness, that fruity edge, or that tropical edge from the summer fragrances, and that warmth or that depth of the spices and the leathers and the warm ouds or woods from the winter fragrances, right? In my opinion, this next fragrance does it so well. This is Gulf Orchid's Exotic Oud. Now, this is kind of a clone of Oud Maracuja by Maison Coravelli. But in my opinion, there's definitely differences. With this fragrance, you get passion fruit, raspberry, oud, leather, a little bit of incense. Of the fragrances that I'm gonna tell you about in this video, this one smells the most niche. This is not for everyone. If you like fruity oud and incensey, leathery vibes out of your fragrances, this is for you. Now, if you're a rich guy in Dubai, you could probably wear this all year round. But if you're in Canada or the US or more of a Western country, this is more of a fall fragrance. This is a special occasion fragrance. This makes you smell incredibly luxurious. This is not for everyone. This is very daring and bold for someone in the West that's not used to oudy leather incensey fragrances with a fruity overtop. Again, this is not for everyone, but for me, this is extremely good, and the name Exotic Oud is definitely a good name because that's exactly what you're getting here. I really like this fragrance and it's super unique. A very good replacement for a very good price. Now this next one does it so well. This is Zimaya's Inekas Luna. This is a clone of Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Prive, which is known to be a boozy kind of iris fragrance. With this one, you get iris, chestnut, amber, kind of a vanillic smell. And I mean, in this clone, they kind of withdraw the fact that there's a whiskey accord, which they do get out of Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Prive, but I think that's just because it's haram where this is coming from. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do smell a whiskey scent profile from this. This is not your daily wear fragrance, but this one in general is best suited for fall and winter time. When it starts to get a bit cooler, you get a classy kind of gentleman's edge with a sophisticated undertone. This is literally so accurate that it almost makes Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Prive redundant in my collection, and I can't believe I'm saying that, especially at this price point. You just cannot go wrong. Zimaya in itself as a brand has incredible quality for a great price, and I have nothing to complain about. And so far, from the fragrances I've smelt from them, I'm super impressed, okay? Now, in my opinion, the best note for fall fragrances is coffee. And this fragrance, although it's not very coffee dominant, you do get a coffee accord, especially over time after this matures. This is Lattafa Khamrah Qahwa. Now, what this fragrance is it's basically like a chocolatey, vanillic, almost tonka bean heavy fragrance that almost smells like a holiday candle, but add this almost dark, dense sweetness from this almost like cappuccino-esque vibe that this gives. This, in my opinion, if you are looking for the best Lattafa Khamrah flanker for a date night, it's this one, man. There's nothing better than a coffee note in the fall season for me. Like, when I picture coffee, I picture it's cold out, you're walking through, the leaves are falling around you, you're walking through this forest. It paints a picture in my mind. It's starting to get cold out, you have this warming coffee in your hand, you're drinking coffee while it's getting cold around you and it's more earthy. In my opinion, this is the best flanker for this time of year. It really is. Pralines, vanilla, cinnamon, coffee, and cardamom are the notes to this fragrance, but for the price point, especially with the Lattafa fragrances, you just cannot go wrong, man. Like, when you see the price point to this and some of the other fragrances in this video, genuinely, you can't go wrong with any of these. Okay, so this next one is a newer one to my collection, a newer release in general, but I hyped this up like no tomorrow when it first came out because I like it so much. This is Afnan's 9 p.m. Elixir. So what this smells like to me is almost like a combination combination between La Mal Elixir Absolute and kind of almost like Hugo Boss bottled elixir. So you're getting like this like plum kind of sweetness with this minty kind of lavender feel with tonka bean that you're getting out of Jean-Paul Gaultier's La Mal Elixir Absolute, but there's a little bit more earthier patchouli and kind of resinousy vibes that you're getting out of here. This is not a direct clone. This is its own original thing. However, it's taking heavy inspiration from fragrances I love, and that's why I think it's perfect for this time of year. And in general, I think it's a great addition to the 9 p.m. line. It's one of my favorite clone fragrances in my collection. You know, performance is great. When are you finding a new release designer or niche for the kind of price you're getting this at, which is like, you know, under $50 Canadian? You're just not gonna find it, okay? This next one describes fall in a bottle perfectly. This is Rasasi's Hawas Black. Now, this is a clone of Nishane's Hachivat. And what Hachivat smells like is basically pineapple bergamot with a mixture of oak moss and patchouli. So this fragrance starts off bright, it starts fresh and citrusy, but as this starts to dry down, you're getting a little bit more of that oak moss. The oak moss is like this mossy green characteristic with this green woody nuance that you're getting in there as well. The patchouli is giving this like foresty green smell. It starts off bright like the summer and transitions, just like the transitional season of fall. This is a perfect fragrance, and what it's cloning, Nishane Hachivat, is also perfect for this time of year. I just love it for this time of year. A lot of people will disagree with me, but this also goes good as a signature scent. It's classy, it's masculine, it's clean, but if you're not a fan of earthy green characteristics in your fragrances, stay clear from this one. Now, this next one is a clone of a fragrance that came out this year. I'm not sure how they cloned it so quick, but I mean, this brand is always paying attention. This fragrance is Qaed El Fursan Untamed by Lattafa. Now, this is a clone of Versace Eros Najim, which is a Dubai exclusive fragrance originally, but it actually became a worldwide release. So I'm not sure what the whole point of that was. Why even make this a Dubai exclusive if you're just gonna make this a worldwide release later? But I mean, whatever, okay. So with this fragrance, you're getting caramel, you're getting orange, you're getting oud, cinnamon, and almost this minty kind of Eros profile. This smells like a deeper, darker, oudier, smokier Versace Eros. A lot of people crapped on Eros Najim originally when it came out because it's not like the mass appealing scent profile that Eros is, but as a Dubai exclusive, I actually really like that fragrance. I think it is actually overhated in today's market. I love the fact that they tried something new with Eros Najim, and with this one, you can basically get there for way less of a cost. I don't know how much this fragrance costs, but it is so much more affordable than Eros Najim, especially if you're gonna import it. I mean, Eros Najim is becoming so much more readily available now, but both of those are perfect for the fall. You're getting warmth, this energetic minty note with the lavender, and then that kind of fruity accord with the citruses, but you're also getting some oud and a little bit of a smoky texture there to give it some warmth for the fall season. Honestly, perfect, in my opinion. This is great. Just can't go wrong. And magnetic cap. How can you go wrong with that? All right, we're losing sunlight, guys. We gotta hurry this up. We gotta hurry up. Okay, so this next one is not the only clone I have of this fragrance. This fragrance is gonna be cloning Jean-Paul Gaultier's Ultramel. In my opinion, a very, very good contender for the best clone of it, in my opinion. This is Le Falcone's Qannas, which is like hunter or sniper in Arabic. Not only is the presentation amazing, but also the performance is way better, in my opinion, so far than Afnan's 9 p.m., the original one, which is also cloning the same fragrance. Now, I think 9 p.m. is also cheaper than this. 9 p.m., which both of those are cloning, is the perfect fall fragrance. It's fruity, it's dense, and it's woody. But with this one, I think that it's just a little bit stronger, in my opinion. That's why I like it. But you're getting pear or this like apple smell, some lavender, some vanilla, tonka, and cinnamon. So you're also getting the warm spice. It's not like the most challenging DNA because a lot of people know what Ultramel smells like at this point. I mean, it's a little bit more expensive, but in my opinion, I think it's worth it if you want a strong scent profile. But I mean, if it's a lot cheaper to get the original 9 p.m., just get that. I don't care whatever you guys get, but in my opinion, Ultramel by Jean-Paul Gaultier is a definition of a fall fragrance. So 9 p.m. by Afnan or this one, Qannas by La Falcone, are perfect. This next one is a clone of La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL or Bleu Electrique in the same line. This one is Jack of Clubs by Fragrance World. So in my opinion, you get a combination of both of those. So this is strong like Bleu Electrique, but it doesn't give me that kind of prominence of cardamom in lavender like Bleu Electrique does. It gives me more of a balance, and I think that's more prominent, in my opinion, in La Nuit de l'Homme. So it's a unique fragrance in the fact that it performs very nice. It smells almost date night and seductive. It gives a seductive feel from that cardamom, and that ginger gives it this warming spice, fresh spice from it. I think it's a great fragrance, but it's not a good replacement for me for the OG Bleu Electrique, which a lot of people say that this is a clone of. Now, however, I think that this is a good blend of different fragrances from that popular line, but it's not a good replacement for Bleu Electrique. This is its own kind of amalgamation. Great for this time of year, complexity, depth, sweetness, but also brightness from the warmer weather as well. Great transitional fragrance and great performance and great price. And it comes with a deck of cards. Like literally, I'm not even kidding. This fragrance comes with a freaking deck of cards. So talking about brighter, fruitier elements of summer and denser, darker elements of winter, this is perfect for that. That's Rasasi's La Yucawam. This is a Tuscan leather clone. This has raspberry, some saffron, some leather, some suede, some spice. This is a fruity leather fragrance, plain and simple, but it also has some woods and amber to brighten it up. This is incredible quality for the price. Unfortunately with this one though, it's probably the most expensive fragrance in the video. I don't know what Rasasi was thinking with the pricing structure of this one, or $75 Canadian for 75 ml. The quality for this fragrance just smells incredible, man. Like that raspberry to this, the fruity accords, just gives it this almost like professional vibe with something seductive that you want to find more about. It's like mysterious, seductive, and professional. It's like a rich man in a bottle with, what is that guy from 50 Shades of Grey? You know, it's like that guy, man. Like that guy is rich, he's professional, but he also has an edge that a lot of women want to find out about. This is that type of fragrance, man. Tuscan leather, a very good fragrance for this time of year, and this is an amazing, amazing replacement. Okay, so this next fragrance clones a fragrance from Dior. This is like kind of a mashup of Dior Homme Parfum and Dior Homme Intense. This is FOMO's Gary's Den Le Parfum with the absolutely abysmal sounding name. What the heck is that? Gary's Den? Like, I'm sorry, like I'm affiliated with Fragrance By, but what the heck, man? Gary's Den, what are you doing in that den? Oh. Sounds disgusting. Anyways, no, I love you, Gary. But anyways, you're getting a very prominent iris note in here. It's sweet, kind of like lipsticky smelling that you're getting of Dior Homme Intense, but it also almost adds this like slight, like animalic, leathery note. It's not as like, let's say animalic as the original Dior Homme Parfum, but it kind of smells like it took inspiration from both of those, smashed it into one, made it more affordable and readily available, because Dior Homme Parfum is discontinued and made to an absolute tragedy of what it is now. Like if you guys try out Dior Homme Parfum, the new formulation, it's absolutely a washed up shell of its former self, just like myself. Like I used to look a lot better, now I look like this. I look like a washed up version of myself, just like Dior Homme Parfum. But no, this is actually a good replacement to kind of mash those two together. Perfect fall fragrance, classy, more sophisticated, kind of a special occasion type of fragrance, but perfect for this time of year or special events. This next fragrance is a clone of YSL's Tuxedo, which I think is also a perfect fall winter fragrance with a sophisticated classiness to it. This is Afnan's Turathi Brown, and this is very close, like shockingly close, okay? Okay, so it gives this like camphoric, almost like spiciness. You're getting this earthy characteristic from patchouli. There's some vanilla, woods. You're also getting a prominent spice here, and it's very aromatic. This smells like a rich man in a friggin' tuxedo. Like YSL killed it with this DNA, calling it tuxedo, because that's what it smells like. It smells like a tuxedo. No, I mean, it smells like a man who's wearing a tuxedo, a sophisticated, classy man going out for a special occasion. This is not something that you would wear casually, but more dressed up. If you're wearing this casually, hey, I mean, props to you. I couldn't pull it off. I would feel very self-conscious if I wore this dressed casually, but to me, as a wedding guest, or like you're going to some special event, like a gala or something like that, and you want to kind of like give a little bit of edge to your like black tie outfit, this is the perfect fragrance for that, and at a very good price. Afnan comes with some incredible quality for the price, and honestly, I cannot say anything bad about this brand or about this fragrance in general. That's not it. I want to hear your favorite clone fragrances for the fall and winter time in the comments below. If you like fall fragrances, check out my video I did right here where I combined niche and designer. You could get clones of those and do amazingly, but show that video some love. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know your favorites. And honestly, this is the best time of year, guys. Enjoy the warm weather while you have it, like I'm doing, okay? Because it's not gonna last for long. Thank you guys, I love you all. Subscribe to the channel if you want to smell better. If you don't, you smell like actual crap, and I mean that. If you're not subscribed and liking this video, I don't know what's wrong with you. but you probably smell like my toilet water. What am I talking about?